welcome back to my channel. For those of you who do not know me, my name is Ayrleah Tull. I am a self-published indie author of one new adult romance novel titled Marcelo. The second in the series, Laurent, will be out later this year, so keep an eye out for it. Okay, you guys, welcome back to the channel. I am super excited for today's video because the cover reveal for Laurent came out this week, which means that obviously I needed to film a video on how my covers get made, what my process is, and how it happens. But I'm so excited to share it with you guys. Here it is. I really love it. It's like my favorite one in the series yet. But yes, I'm super excited to be sharing this video with you all, showing you the process of how it all gets done in the background, the amazing team that I have behind me, and everything that happens. Okay, you guys, so the cover design company that I have found that really works well for me, I was super impressed with them when I was first searching. But I did put it off for a while because I thought maybe there was an Australian-based company that I could go with. These are, I'm pretty sure, a US-based company. I'm not 100% sure, so don't quote me on it. But I'm pretty sure I remember them being US-based. But they do create internationally, obviously, because they made one for me. It is amazing. The best quality, best service. Their name is TJM Cover Designs, and they are great. I will leave a link down below. This isn't sponsored or anything, but I'll leave a link down below for their website, because if you are just starting out and looking for a really great team that will cooperate with you, I guess, on where you want your cover to go, if you have a really specific image in mind like I did, they do revisions and things like that, so they can tweak and change whatever you like on the cover. They are amazing. They send a huge questionnaire where you can answer all different questions on what you want attached on your cover, if you have any specifications for the front or back, if you have any pen names or anything like that. They work well with everything. And they also send you the format that can go on any of the platforms. So say it's Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Ingram Spark, they cooperate with all. So it's really great, depending on who you're printing your book through. This specific cover design company as well do exterior cover designs, but they also do interior formatting, and I think they also did custom illustrations, which I thought was really cool. And if you have any artwork that you would like incorporated that you already have and you already own the copyright to, you can send it to them and they will incorporate it into the cover for you however you like, which I thought was really cool. So I'm pretty sure the two women who design with this company, one is named, I think it's Teresa J. Munn, and the other is, I think it's Adeline McMillan. I could be wrong, but they were so lovely, especially with the email correspondence. They always got back to me really quickly. They were really thoughtful too. If I just had something that I wasn't sure about, they would offer to send through some other designs with just tweaking the stuff that I was a bit uncertain with. So it was really great to know that I had a team behind me that really cared for what the author wanted. The other really great thing about them is that they also offer pre-made covers, so that you don't have to do a custom design, and they are way cheaper than getting it custom created, which obviously can be very pricey if you are a new self-published indie author, especially if it's your first book and you haven't had the experience before. It can be a bit of a shock. So if you weren't looking for something super specific and you just wanted something that fit the genre, definitely take a look at their pre-made covers, because they are also really great. I'll show you guys in a second what they have to offer, because it's amazing. So this is their website. It's really cool. Obviously they do custom cover and interior design, but if you go up the top, design services, there's custom cover design, interior formatting, custom illustration, and rates. I highly recommend checking out their rates if you're unsure, because honestly they are a little bit pricey, but it's totally worth it. If you did want to go on the cheaper side though, their pre-made covers, we'll have a look. Their pre-made covers are also really, really great. As you can see, they have such a variety. It's amazing. I definitely tossed up doing a pre-made cover or going custom, but my issue is that I'm so picky. So I was like, oh, I should possibly possibly do a custom one. But if I wasn't so picky, there's so many here to choose from, and so many in different genres and different styles, that I definitely would have thought to go with a pre-made cover. I also do have the awesome questionnaire that they send you here on my phone, so I'll have a read of some of the questions that come in it, because it is honestly so adaptable to whatever you want, and they really are there to listen to what you expect on your cover. And it was a great experience with this questionnaire. So I will definitely read out some questions so that you guys get a feel for what might be involved. Another thing that I should mention before I read out this questionnaire is that they do have different packages depending on what you'd like. I got I'm pretty sure it was the Silver Series package. It was just the paperback and ebook without the interior formatting, because I do have software that I can do that myself with. But if you didn't have that software available, because the one that I use is called Vellum, but it's only available on Mac. So if you were in that sort of situation, they do also provide interior formatting, which is really cool, and you can get it included in your packages. But yeah, they do range from, I think there's a bronze package all the way up to a premium, but depending on what you'd like, whether you would just like ebook and paperback, or if you'd like to add a hardback copy onto that as well, they do change. So it does start off with just some general information, obviously the title of the book, any taglines that you've thought of, if it's in a series, the series title, praise quotes, if there is any that you would like attached on the back. Obviously, if you're a new author and you haven't had anyone read the book yet, there might not be any, but if you've sent it out to betas and ARCs and things like that, there may be some praise quotes that you'd like to attach. The blurb, you don't have to send this in right away either. With Laurent, I still haven't sent it in because I'm still working on it. I cannot write blurbs. It's just not one of my strong suits, but whenever you get it finished, you can send it in. Obviously, you won't be able to get the final files until you know the size of the book to send in, like the width, the spine width and things like that. But none of that has to be done straight away. It can be left right until the end, like the day of if needed, and then they will send you your files. They're really great like that. They also have any other text that will appear on the cover, front and back. So if there's anything you would like added in. Marcelo did have, I think I had book one of the Mendacity series underneath the title in the first few, I think even on my Instagram there's a couple of mock-ups that will include that, because I did add that in the beginning, but then I took it off before it went to publication, because I don't know, I think I added it in because I thought it would look cool, but then it didn't look as good as I thought it would, so I ended up taking it off. But if you would like things like that, they are totally inclusive to that as well. They also do specify the vendors that you're publishing through. If you are unsure of this, you can just list that on there. You don't have to be sure of who you're going to go through right away. I do publish through Ingram Spark, and I think they are great, but I have heard a lot of people having trouble with them as well, so I'm not going to say that they're the best one out there. There is also, of course, KDP, D2D, things like that. And you can just specify this on there whenever you know who you're going through, and they will develop the files specifically for that platform so that you get the best results. Obviously, you're going to need to list your IBNs, the paperback size and things like that, whether or not you want hard copy. The page color, I specifically go with cream, but a lot of people also do go with white and things like that. I have also heard of some people going with eggshell, I think. The genre that it's in, obviously, mine is new adult, romance, things like that. The final page count, this always gets me because I will give them a rough estimate of where I think that it will be, but I know at least on the first book it was nowhere near where I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be this big chunky book, but it turned out being quite small. So you don't have to give them that right away either. They will totally wait for you to finish and get it completely ready to go before you need to give them that formatting as well. They also let you put your website or Instagram handle on the back as well, which I think is really cool. I love having my website, Instagram on the back just because it's where people can find me most, other than YouTube now, which I probably will add to Laurent. I obviously didn't have a YouTube channel when I made Marcelo, but you can also add any Twitter or Facebook profiles that you would like to add, a publishing logo if you have one. I don't, but I do know a lot of people do. If you have an author bio for the hardback jacket, you can also add that. I personally don't have a hardback copy of my books yet. I do say yet because there may be something in the works, but not so far, so I didn't have to worry about that one. And then it goes on to the cover design section, which this is where the magic happens. There's any, obviously because mine was a series, this one being the second book, it was any updates of the description, but if it is your first book, it will just ask for a description of the book, any aesthetics that it has and things like that. It will also ask if you've created any mood boards that you might be able to attach. Maybe if you've made some on Pinterest, you can give the link so that they get a better understanding of your feel of the book and where you think that the cover might go. Any excerpts that you think might help us with the tone, themes, and overall feel of the novel. Oh my gosh, it's getting late, you guys. I love this because I love including an excerpt just so that they understand sort of my writing style, and they also get a feel for the characters in the book. And I guess you can't really picture what they look like to put on a cover until you've read a portion of the book. So I really love that they do read a chapter or so of your book. I'm not going to say that word again because I keep messing it up, but yes, no, I think that that's great. You can also attach any pictures of covers that you like and covers that you dislike. So if there's something you really don't like, you can attach them and specify why, and they will aim to be as far away from that as possible. How you would like your cover to differ from others in the genre. I thought this was really interesting. I wasn't really sure what to put down for that, but maybe you guys have something that you really dislike about, say, contemporary books that you wouldn't want on yours if you published one. Any inspiration that you had for the book, you can attach pictures of that as well, and just any other add-ins that you would like to have. I really love this form that they send out. I think that it is so helpful, especially for new self-publishing authors that don't really have the experience. People that haven't really done it before. I only published my first novel in December, so I was working with them through, I would say, half of last year, and they were amazing for me because I had no idea what I was doing. I had no idea what was going on, what I had to get done, and they just sort of walked me through everything step by step, which was just great. It made me feel so much more confident in publishing and so much more confident in where my book was going to go that I was just so happy to be working with them. Again, this isn't sponsored. I just really love this company. They also are really great with answering any questions that you may have. I send them emails probably more often than I should, just checking up on where we're at and how things are going, and they are always more than happy to answer any questions that I have, and really quickly too. Another thing that I would really like to add to is that they are really time critical as well. I sent in for Marcelo, I sent in my forms on the 31st of July, and I did have a draft mock-up by the 4th of August, so like what, 5 days, and I had a mock-up. They did also send through some mock-ups of interior design because I wasn't sure if I was going to be doing interior design or not because I didn't have the software at that point in time. I received two draft mock-ups in that first go, and I wasn't really sure about either of them. But please keep in mind, obviously I hadn't done this before, and I got them both and was really disappointed because I thought, this isn't what I want, but how do I tell them that, you know, I don't like their concepts? But after I had explained what I didn't like from either of them, we actually decided to sort of mesh the two together, and I did get a follow-up 2 mock-up drafts from that email, which both were amazing. I had to choose between them both. And they took everything that I said on board, and the final one that I went with, I did tweak a few things on it, but they were so inclusive of everything that I said, and yeah, they just kept sending through whatever I asked for until I was happy with the cover, and it was really great and really quick, which it didn't really need to be in the end because I didn't actually finish Marcelo for months and months after I contacted them. I think we finalized it all in probably October. So obviously I emailed them in July and we finished it all in October, and that was completely because of me. I think if you have everything ready to go, I'm pretty sure they only take a week or two to finalize everything if you're happy with where everything is at. But obviously mine took a lot longer, and you can take as long as you like because everything changes. My blurb completely changed halfway through and I had to email them, and I felt really bad, but they had to put a whole new blurb on the back. The tagline changed, the font changed, everything changed, and they were completely fine with that. But yes, I do highly recommend this company to take a look at if you are a new indie or self-published author that isn't really sure what you're looking for in a cover design, because again, they do have completely different packages with completely different things. But yes, if you guys are looking for any cover designs and don't really know where to start, I would highly recommend checking out their website. I'll leave it down in the link below. I think that they're amazing and I would love for you guys to check them out. Yes, after they send me the final files via email, I would just download them to my computer. They send so many through. There's ones for Ingram Spark, iBooks, everything like that. All the ebook platforms, and then you obviously have your paperback one, which can be uploaded to whatever platform that you decide to publish through. And it's just really great, really quick, really effective way to get your covers made. But yes, if you guys have any other further questions on how my covers get designed and what happens, please feel free to message me or comment down below and I'll let you guys know the next step in the process. I look forward to sharing another video with you guys soon. I am so glad that it has been the release week for The Rent, and I hope you guys go and check that out on my Instagram as well. It will be linked down below in the description box. I will see you guys later.